to that shop lot, and William Gordon himself was very impressed basically with the quality of everything. And he stood there and said, you know what, I'm gonna buy 100 cigarette boxes. Just like that. That was a large achievement, you can say, for Mr. Yong Peng Kai. Let's move on yet, I'll explain a bit more later.
Okay, so let's get it in this area first. So,
Of the polishing process basically, you can technically just call this waste. However, these things can be recycled. So, all of this you see here, this by itself in front of you, 1.5 tons, can all be melted down and reused to make more products. For example, as I said, all of this can be used to make 3,849 of these teapots over here, or 1,422 coffee pots, just like this. Basically, we get to. This is basically a process that we call the hammering technique. It's just to make it look even better than it used to be before it was hammered. Behind this, you can actually, behind a few, sorry, you can see this workbench over here. It was actually what Mr. Yong Kun had used to make some of his products, of course, during his time. One of those products is that teapot over there, which actually saved someone's life as well. Basically, JP's was basically the name of the company Mr. Yong Kun and his brothers made. And Hilton was what they sold. After that, we had the four companies of the children, the second generation. As you can see, Malayan, Tiger, Lion, and Selangor Pewter. These three over here did not make it past 1950 due to economical crisis after the Second World War. Now, actually, when do we call ourselves royal and why? Basically, having this royal name is as a kind of endorsement given from a king of some sort. As you guys may know, maybe the Spanish football team Real Madrid, they were endorsed by the King of Spain. That's an example. Over here, we were endorsed by the Sultan of Selangor, one of the 14 states in Malaysia. That's why we get to call ourselves Royal Selangor. In 2004, because we ended up having two sister companies, because ourselves because those two sister companies have nothing to do with pewter. So we have to call ourselves Royal Selangor until now. Hence the name. Now, let's go.
Over here you see this were our collection, and some were made by our founder, and some were actually collected from other countries.
Now let's move on over here. These are actually some photo ingots, some phototape ingots that we actually keep over here. You can touch those if you like. So once we're done, let's all move on over here. Once again, groups 5, 6, 7, and 8. Please follow along with me, yeah? And yeah, well, a mini replica of the Twin Towers, even though it does not look so mini. This is our replica of the Twin Towers, basically for us to show honor and respect. The extended family, you can call it. To put your hand over here means that you've already worked here for a number of years. 5 actually. And for those in golden plates here, are for workers who have been here for 40 years. Basically most of your working career all used up here. So imagine after that period of time, you get to be remembered like this. That's how the legacy passes on, yeah? You guys can take photos if you like, but if not so, let's proceed, yeah? Pewter is a kind of alloy which is very sensitive to temperature, alright? Explosive something hot, it is not easy. Explosive something cold. Now, let's take a short break, yeah? This was called large hull. I was going to find a better word for large, but I can't find it right now. Just how big the Twin Towers was. The hammer part, also known as the most delicate part. Look over here at these cans that our worker is hammering on right now. These cans you see here have 700 of these dents. Each of these dents have to be hammered at least twice. That means one can a minimum of 1,400 times. That's not all. They are unpolished, rough, force heavy. However, with the use of machine assistance, a steel blade and a scotch pad, something like this can become something beautiful. You can start to see the shine from there. This is what we call the polishing segment, ladies and gentlemen. What is produced is that swarf, the big old block we talked about while we were in the museum area. You can actually touch these here, yeah? Disclaimer, these are not the metal wool we use while washing plates. Different material. It's that simple. Of course it's not really that simple. Let's move on to the next part, yeah? The finishing segment. The money trees we talked about a bit. Look properly over here. And then you get to see these kinds of rough edges, you see. These coins, they have these kind of small dots over here, right kid? Now, have you ever seen a coin with a rough edge? Of course not. That's why, I think I'll just be like this over here, okay? I want you to use such a blade like this in order to mold it and smoothen these kinds of edges away. So from something like this, will become something like this. Now the edges are gone. Do you still see the edge? Polish it a bit more and they get the shine such as this. If you guys like to, you can buy these in the showroom as a kind of, I don't know, souvenir, decoration. Up to you. For those who drink coffee or tea, you guys may be interested in this. This is basically a tea caddy.